Good morning. Yale National Fellows, faculty, and distinguished guests. I bring you greetings from the land of opportunity. Founded by Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable, the place where hundreds of thousands of African Americans called home during the Great Black Migration. We are thrilled to claim the greatness of Gwendolyn Brooks, Lorraine Hansberry, Michelle and Barack Obama, Richard Wright, Michael Jordan, and Angel Reese. But my treasured Chicago tradition is Garrett's caramel and cheese popcorn mix, made world-renowned by the Oprah Winfrey. Humbly, my all-time favorite claim to fame are the students I've had the distinct pleasure of teaching throughout my career in Chicago public schools. My 8 siblings and I are also proud products of Chicago public schools. I'm blessed to work in a district that acknowledges the importance of affirming our students' backgrounds and identities through culturally responsive instruction, which makes students feel motivated and more connected in classrooms like ours. CPS has a bold vision of becoming an equitable and responsive district. One portion of this vision is the Curriculum Equity Initiative that ensures that every child in every Chicago neighborhood, including the Washington Park neighborhood where I teach at the Carter School of Excellence, receives a quality education. Curriculum equity starts right here at the Yale National Initiative. The Yale National Initiative has been my professional development lifeline for years, not just because of Yale's prestige, but the quality of professional growth and collegial bonding that occurs on this campus. To have such a treasure in the Beinecke Library and to discover that Langston Hughes bequeathed all of his materials to the Beinecke continues to shake my soul. As the great professor Faisal Muhammad stated, poetry can often be the most intimidating of literary genres for students and teachers alike. His seminar did indeed help me reduce that threshold of intimidation through my unit, Captain Underpants and Poetry Outside the Box, where students learned about the life of Henry Box Brown and engaged in poetry, plays, and readers' theater. The social-emotional learning connection through Captain Underpants helped my students to focus on the values of friendship, decision-making, overcoming obstacles, and how to manage their emotions. To speak in more detail how our students benefit from high-quality, culturally responsive YNI curriculum, straight out of Carter School of Excellence, representing the class of 2025, I present my super duper shero, Miss Tyasia Hall Gibson.
Good morning and hello to everyone at Yale National Institute. I am so honored to be here today. Mrs. Pondica selected anybody in my 8th grade class graduating of 2025, and she chose me. I, of course, promised not to let her down. During performance arts class, we were exposed to this unit titled Captain Underpants and Poetry Outside the Box. At first, I thought, what in the rubber doggy poo-poo is going on here? But then something organic happened. We examined how personal qualities influence personal choices and success. One common theme that continued to arise from Captain Underpants with the main characters, George and Harold, was overcoming obstacles, making good choices, and maintaining friendships. You see me standing here now, thinking I may not have experienced any obstacles at such a young age. But let me tell you, I have this thing called social anxiety, and some people blow it off as just being shy, but it's way more serious than that. I fear being judged and criticized, so I usually avoid being around a lot of people, which adds to me battling low self-esteem, which contributes to me having trouble making friends. I was adopted at a very young age, so the idea of my biological parents not wanting me created skepticism and a fear of whenever I consider connecting and bonding with others. We have SEL talking circles and performance arts class where we discuss interesting topics in a mature way. Well, sometimes my classmates act immature. But we give a little of ourselves and then take something from each other. George from Captain Underpants says, "Your problem isn't that people laugh at you. Your problem is that you can't laugh at yourself." I used to see myself as useless and would beat myself up when I made a mistake. But I'm learning how to laugh to reduce stress and social anxiety. With the support of my mom and opportunities like this at Yale University, I feel like I can do anything. As we're going through this curriculum unit, I was really engaged because I was learning and talking about topics that really interest me on so many levels. I participated in performing a play on Harry Box Brown's life, but first I had to learn more about his life. I can assure you, he was not born in a box. Harry Box Brown was born into slavery in Louisiana County, Virginia in 1815 or 1816. He worked in a Richmond tobacco factory and lived in a rented house with his wife and children. In 1848, his wife and children were sold away to North Carolina. Brown resolved to escape from slavery and enlisted the help of a free black man and a white enslaver who conspired to ship him in a box to Philadelphia. Did you hear me say ship himself in a box? In March 1849, the package was accepted by a leader of the Pennsylvania Anti-Slavery Society. Therefore, learning more about Harry Box Brown makes me appreciate my freedom to learn. I would like to share with you all some images of student engagement activities from Ms. Ponder's performance arts class at Carter School of Excellence. Part 1. Captain Underpants were topics were making good choices, overcoming obstacles, and friendships. Part 2 of this curriculum unit was learning about Harry Box Brown, where we worked on poetry boxes, plays, and poetry comics with poems by Langston Hughes. Finally, I would like to share with you all one of my original poems. Miss Ponder said that you are all cool, so would you all give me some snaps? My poem is titled "Boxes Are Not One Size Fit All" by me. I don't fit in no box with ink spilled like blood on a page. I'll release my sorrow and my rage. My black girl spirit does not belong in a cage. There is so much going on to express outrage. Social justice to natural disaster, but I know the true master. Harry Box Brown shipped himself to freedom, from Virginia to Philly. Some thought his plan was silly. His family was sold to another plantation. Being adopted, I kinda understood his frustration. As a teenager, I asked what's going on with our nation. From slavery to voting rights, my future deserves to be bright. I'm blessed. No more teaching that's meant to oppress. I must confess that being here is the best. I don't belong in no box. I'm taking advantage of opportunities. I'm free to be me. My ancestors paved the way for me to graduate with at least 2 degrees. Who knows? Maybe you'll be at Yale University.